Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel for another Secret Base figure preview. Now I want to say a huge thank you to Ryan Kirkwood first of all for snapping me these pictures. Now honestly, who saw this coming? It was a surprise announcement for Nebula. We got the leaked photos early in the day, and then obviously the official promo pics later on, and I couldn't be more happy to see Nebula. This looks like a stunning figure, and I was one of the people who said that we're never going to get a Nebula figure, and I couldn't be more happy to be wrong. Now first of all, taking a look at the hands, you can see that she comes with a couple of sort of robot hands and some normal ones as well, and she also does come with a few weapon accessories. She comes with the expandable baton, so a collapsed version and a fully extended version, and then a couple of lightning effects. They all look like they're detailed really nicely, especially the robotic stuff, and that baton looks really, really awesome. And here you get a closer look at the mechanical details on the hands, including some red and green wires, it looks like. Really nice attention to detail by Hot Toys in the hand. So we're getting 3 mechanized hands and 4 normal ones. So taking a look at the display base, you can see that all of the Endgame ones seem to be different. So you got the Ravager logo on Nebula's base and the Arc Reactor on Tony's. So interesting they didn't go with the Infinity War design and keep them all the same. Now one annoying thing about this figure, it looks like the articulation is going to be quite limited based on the poses that she's been in, both here at Secret Base and in the promo pics. The pants look like they are very, very restrictive, and if you do stretch them, they probably might tear at the seam. So I'd be very, very careful when you do pick this figure up. And another point of limited articulation is unfortunately going to be the boots. They're not that split cut boot design, which means the top of the boot is not separate from the bottom, so you can't get that ankle articulation. And you can see that by the fact that this foot at the front here is not even sitting flat on the base. And that's at Secret Base where they really get the most out of the articulation on these figures. A little bit unfortunate if you ask me. Now moving up, you can see that she does come with a blaster, which is really nicely done. You can see the heat treatment on the actual end of the barrel there. I love when they do this. They did this with Star-Lord's gun as well, and I absolutely adore how that looks. It looks like it's been firing a whole heap of supercharged blasters at really high heat, and that's exactly what you want for a space gun. And you can see the hex pattern that looks like carbon fiber on the handle as well. Really nicely done. Now the leatherwork on this figure is absolutely awesome. Much like Yondu, the intricacy of the costume is second to none. When I first saw the pictures, I thought this has to be Hot Toys. No offense to any of the customizers, but this would have been a hell of a lot of work to get this done. It looks really, really awesome. And you can get a look at the mechanical arm as well. Looks like it's going to have a single bend at the elbow, and the joint is exposed, which doesn't really faze me too much. I'd rather it be exposed to get more articulation, especially when it comes to a mechanized arm, because obviously there would be naturally joints in a mechanical arm. And here's a closer look at it, zoomed in a little bit more. You can see all the intricacies and the little details. They've absolutely nailed that, and I love how the hand peg also blends into the hand, because of course they are a similar color, being all mechanical. Now taking a look at the weapon, this is the sort of extended version of the baton. Taking a look at the actual head sculpt, this looks marvelous. They've absolutely nailed the head sculpt on this figure. It captures the look of Nebula really, really well, and I do love the mechanical sort of aspects to the side of the head, and also the paintwork. It looks marvelous. The metallic look that she had from the makeup in the film, it carries over so very nicely to a figure. This is everything that I wanted for a Nebula figure, bar of course the limited articulation. But here are a few sort of angles of the head sculpt. And as you can see, I think that JC and the team absolutely did Nebula justice. They really did sculpt and paint this head sculpt to the nines. It looks just like Karen Gilligan from the film. They nailed it. Really, really nice head sculpt here. Now, just zooming out so you can see it a little bit further off, I think this angle here is pretty much the perfect angle for the head sculpt. The likeness is on point. Then again, it might be a little bit easier to capture the likeness for Nebula because it is an alien character compared to someone like Steve Rogers, which notoriously they've had a little bit of trouble with. But I definitely do think that they did Nebula justice, and we're about to get an even sort of more sideways shot here, and it does look still good. From all angles, this head sculpt looks pretty much on point. So that's pretty much it for the Hot Toys Nebula Secret Base figure preview. As I said, this was one that I was never expecting, but I couldn't be more happy to have been wrong in this case. And I want to say a huge thank you once again to Ryan Kirkwood of Mint in Steelbox Media. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.